Welcome to Life's Moments, the podcast where we dive deep into the experiences that shape us into who we are. I'm John.
And I'm Emma. Today we're going to have a long, detailed conversation about something really foundational to many of us, the high school years. It's such a pivotal time, isn't it?
Let's check some words. Curriculum. The set of courses and educational content that students are required to study in high school. Extracurricular activities. Activities outside of regular classes such as sports, clubs, arts, and volunteer work that contribute to personal development. GPA. Grade Point Average. A numerical value representing a student's overall academic performance, typically on a 4.0 scale. Report card. A document issued periodically showing a student's grades and progress in different subjects. Prom. A formal dance held at the end of high school to celebrate graduation. Bullying. Repeated aggressive behavior intended to hurt, intimidate, or demean others, either physically or emotionally. Transition. The process of moving from middle school to high school, or from high school to college or work. Friendship. Personal relationships formed based on trust, shared interests, and emotional support. Achievement. A notable success or accomplishment during high school, like winning competitions, excelling academically, or participating in significant activities. Stress. The mental and emotional strain caused by academic pressure, social challenges, or future uncertainties. Guidance counselor. A school professional who assists students with academic planning, career advice, and personal issues. Discipline. Rules and policies designed to promote respectful behavior and order within the school environment. Clubs and sports. Organized groups and activities like football, drama, music, or debate teams that help students develop skills and socialize. Memories. The memorable experiences, both good and bad, that shape one's high school years. Growth. The personal, emotional, and social development experienced during high school. Self-discovery. The process of exploring interests, strengths, and identity during adolescence. Peer influence. The impact that classmates and friends have on an individual's behavior and decisions during high school. Absolutely. For most people, high school is a mixture of excitement, anxiety, growth, and, quite frankly, a bit of chaos. It's where we start to discover who we are, what we like, and what we want for the future, sometimes with a lot of mistakes along the way.
Yes, and I think everyone's high school experience is unique. Some might have loved every moment, making lifelong friends, while others might have faced hardships like bullying or struggling with academics. It's such a broad spectrum.
For sure. So, I guess a good place to start is just sharing our own stories, right? I remember my first day, I was nervous as hell. Growing up in a small town, I thought I knew everyone, but entering high school was like stepping into a whole new world.
Oh, I can totally relate. My first day was a mixture of excitement and fear. I remember feeling overwhelmed by the size of the school, the noise, and all the new faces. I think that initial shock made me realize this was going to be a big change.
Yeah, I think that feeling of being the new kid is pretty universal, but what's interesting is how quickly you adapt if you allow yourself to. Did you make new friends right away, or was it a slow process?
It was definitely a slow process for me. I wasn't the most outgoing person at first. I remember hanging around with a small group of classmates I knew from middle school just to feel a bit more comfortable. But over the weeks, I started talking to different people, joining clubs, and eventually finding my circle.
That's the smart move, getting involved. I think those extracurricular activities really help you find your place. For me, I got into the drama club and the school newspaper early on. It was a way to make friends and also to escape the academic pressure temporarily.
Definitely. I found that clubs and sports gave me purpose outside of just classes. Playing volleyball, for example, became a huge part of my routine. It also taught me discipline, teamwork, and how to handle both winning and losing gracefully.
And let's talk about academics. That's a huge part of high school. I remember stressing over exams, grades, trying to keep a good GPA, all while trying to fit in socially.
Oh, I remember that too. Those late nights studying, the anxiety before exams. Sometimes I wondered if I was doing enough or if I'd mess up my future because of one bad grade. That pressure is really intense, especially when you're also figuring out your identity and social life.
And that's a key point. High school isn't just about grades, it's also about figuring out who you are. You're constantly balancing school, friends, family, and your own personal development.
Exactly. I think a lot of people face moments of self doubt during high school. I remember feeling like I was behind sometimes, comparing myself to others who seemed to have it all figured out. But looking back, I realized everyone was just figuring things out as they went.
True, the comparison game is tough, and social pressure can be overwhelming. I saw classmates get involved in negative behaviors just trying to fit in. Bullying was unfortunately pretty common at my school, especially for those who didn't fit the usual mold.
Yeah, bullying was a big issue. I saw some friends being bullied because they were different or just because a few kids thought it was funny. It was heartbreaking, but those experiences taught me about kindness and standing up for others.
And I think that's an important lesson. Your high school experience isn't just about grades or popularity, but about the kind of person you become in the process. Because a lot of the challenges you face, you carry with you into adulthood.
Absolutely. And then there are those milestones, right? Like prom, graduation, that sense of transition from one chapter to the next.
Oh, prom. Such a classic. I remember dressing up, feeling nervous but excited, and wondering if I'd find a date, if I'd dance enough, if I'd have fun. It was like the culmination of all those years, dancing, laughing, and just feeling like I was part of something big.
Yes. Prom was one of those moments where you realize how far you've come. I remember the sparkly dress I wore, the music, my friends laughing with each other. Those memories stay with you. It's such a bittersweet feeling because you know it's the last big event before graduation.
And then graduation day itself. Walking across that stage, hearing your name called, and getting that diploma. It's such a proud moment. All those sleepless nights, stress, and challenges suddenly feel worth it. But honestly, I'd felt a little nervous about what was next.
Me too. Graduation was a mix of relief and anxiety. Relief that I survived, but also anxiety about leaving the familiar comfort of high school and stepping into the unknown, whether that was college, work, or something else.
That transition, moving from high school to the next stage, is huge. It's like closing one chapter and opening another. Some people are excited, others feel lost or unsure, but I think that's normal. High school prepares you in so many ways, even if you don't realize it at the time.
Absolutely. It prepares you not just academically, but emotionally and socially. It teaches resilience, how to handle pressure, how to navigate relationships, and how to be independent.
I've seen some people thrive after high school because of what they learned there. The friendships, the lessons of perseverance, or just the self-awareness they gained.
And others sometimes struggle because they didn't get the support they needed. That's why having good teachers or guidance counselors can make a huge difference, helping students see their potential when they're feeling uncertain.
Speaking of guidance, I think the most important thing is for students to remember that high school isn't just about grades or social status. It's about growth. It's okay to make mistakes. Those are lessons in disguise.
Yes, and I feel like every setback, whether it was failing a test or not making the team, taught me resilience. It taught me that setbacks aren't the end, they're just part of the process.
And that's a good message, not just for high school students, but for everyone listening. Life is full of challenges, and high school is just a microcosm of that. You learn to deal with disappointment, celebrate success, and find your passion.
Another thing I'd say is to really try to enjoy those years, even the tough moments, because those memories, good or bad, shape who you are and who you'll become.
Exactly. High school is not just a stepping stone, it's a crucible where future values, passions, and even lifelong friendships are forged.
And for those who might be feeling overwhelmed right now, just remember, everyone's experience is different. Don't compare yourself to others. Focus on your journey, your growth, and take it one day at a time.
Well said. Because no matter what your high school years look like, they're a foundation for the rest of your life. They teach you about persistence, about joy, about failure and success, all in one roller coaster ride.
So, listeners, if you're currently in high school, cherish every moment. Even the difficult days, they build your character and prepare you for what's ahead.
And if you're reminiscing about your high school days, think about how those years shaped your perspective and who you are today. Let those memories remind you of your growth and resilience.
We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the high school experience. It's a chapter filled with so many lessons, some visible, some hidden, that help us become better, stronger, and wiser.
If this episode resonated with you, please comment your stories or questions, share it with friends who might need a boost of motivation, and subscribe for more real, honest conversations about life's journey.
Thanks for tuning in to Life's Moments. Remember, no matter where you are in your journey, every experience counts. Embrace it, learn from it, and keep moving forward.
Until next time, stay curious, stay brave, and never stop growing.